First of all, this is who I am. I don't hide behind anything. Public information. And now this. Hello, my brothers and sisters. I greet you on the banks of Lake Michigan, the year of 2017 of our true God. I'm saying this because there are some people who have always been infiltrators in the camp. The purpose of what we do is to unify a culture, get back to where we were before those who made decisions came to take over our land, to take over our power, to take over our positions. And it is happening today. As we begin to do what we're doing with Chirac, there are people who are dividing the black-skinned man against the light-skinned man, dividing the father against the mother. They are dividing the son against the father and the friend against the friend. Now, we cannot be angry at them because they have been programmed for so long to have this type of mentality. I refuse to get involved in that very essence of what they do. Now, they do it publicly. They go live on this and that. I'm a true man of God. I believe in truth, and truth will last forever. Whenever we come together with that deception, the lies, the division and corruption of a nation that built this country, then we must allow you to do that so that you can see how and what you are doing, because we cannot change you. You must change yourself. I am offended when you speak about my queen. You have no idea who I am. So mind your own business, please. And find out who you are and stop whoever you are infiltrating and deceiving and lying and bashing those who have a desire to do something. You see, I'm going to break it down for you real simple. Sir, ma'am, when you plant apple seeds on the ground that's good and the weather is right, you get a tree of apples, thousands, hundreds of apples, and thousands of seeds. In the same token, when you plant bullshit, you get it back. So why do you complain about what's going on, about the things you created? So back to what I do, what we do, creating a culture. This message is for everyone. Thank you. I am the Reverend Point Blank. Oh yes, one other thing. If you have anything to say to me, about my queen, or about the kingdom we're building, be a man. Talk to me to my face. Peace and love. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Men not satisfying women, so they're satisfying themselves. And men don't understand the foundation of a kingdom, so they are satisfying themselves. Now, I don't roll like that. I don't agree with that. But you do what you do, because I'm not responsible for what you do. I'm responsible for how I respond. And so people don't realize that every day you have a choice to make. Now, how you gonna make a choice if you don't have a direction, nor a purpose, or even a legacy of why you doing what you're doing, so that when you die, and you will die, death is guaranteed. Most people don't get it. Most men don't get it till at about 40. Then you say, at 40, you say, well, damn, I know what I don't want. I might not be clear about what I want. I do know what I don't want. And women get it about 35, some of them 30, those who, hang out with older men or get, turned on to life a little bit sooner than others. So to answer the questions of the bottom line of what I've been talking about is, I believe that when you argue with a female, or anyone for that matter, then you've lost control. A person that's in control is the one that maintains his posture, maintains his cool. So in all of that, I say that to say that unless a person has a perspective, a clear one about themselves, all the things we do is about us learning how to get to that, if in fact we're looking for it. Some of us are simply looking for that thing that we spoke about earlier, the feeling, the taste of it, how it looks, how it smells, how it sounds. We want to satisfy our senses. And then at some point, if we are lucky and God blesses us to have more time, we are 80 or 90 or some odd years old, and we're on our deathbed, or we can't jump and get around like we used to. And at that point, we're thinking, I wish I could, I would, I shoulda. Well, we don't have that time, and if you're lucky to get that and you wasted it, then there's nothing we can do about that. Now is the time that you have. Now is the time that you young people have. Now is the only time you have, because which one of you can add 1 hour to your day? None of you. And understanding that, realizing that, particularly in the case of our situation, our world today, we have become fools, all of us, not just the politicians, those that govern the United States, and of course the planet. We become fools to this entire operation. We are governed by TV. You watch McDonald's, and now you want to go to McDonald's. They're charging $5 million for a 30-second commercial during Super Bowl. Don't you think these things are affecting us? Of course they are. They charge for that. So why would you not think that Grand Theft Auto, our kids are watching that 20 years ago, before Columbine happened. They watched that a year before that happened, so they're 2, 3, 4 hours in front of that. So now they go into a school, and now it's overwhelming with that, because these games are getting more realistic. These kids are watching these games because they have nothing else to do. Today, the world is overwhelmed with so much technology that our young people are being lost in it. So how can a woman understand what her purpose is? She's too busy. She's too busy with fashion. She's too busy with how she looks. She's too busy with men. She's too busy with her whatever it is. And many of you, I give you credit. You're going to school, but then to what end? Those of you who hear me speaking, who know exactly what I'm talking about, you know why you're in school. You know why you're doing the things you're doing. And those of you who are not, you know why you're doing it. But why bring somebody in your life to go nowhere with you if you don't have a perspective about what that is?